Hello people, so I'm continuing to pack things in my flat, pack away for the move, and also as I'm doing it, attempting to kind of halve the things so that I can streamline my life a bit. At the moment I'm doing this shelf here at the top. Maybe I should put the light on. You can see a bit better, but it's so horrible. I hate lights on in the daytime. Just seeing what books I want from this top shelf. In fact, I think I'll just bring you a bit closer because if only you could see the setup I have. I have the laptop on a crate, on a cushion, on a chair, and the chair wedged on top of a little chest of drawers, which is a bedside table I'm using. Attempt to bring you forward without losing everything. I must be the most inefficient YouTuber ever, I would imagine. Okay, so you can see now, I'm just getting these books down here. The criteria to take them to the new place is whether I will ever read them. The same is going to go for clothes. So, take my little artificial flower sprig down, and bring this down. I think I mentioned that I made that shelf. I'm very proud of it. Even though I took a chunk out of my thumb in the process. Bartleby the Scrivener, Herman Melville, read it. Four Agreements, read it. Jane Eyre, again, not sure I'll need it. I may need it for the book on sex I might be writing. Because I was going to look at the way the Brontes treat sexual passion, but do I want to write the book on sex? No. C.S. Lewis, Tom's Midnight Garden, Silver Chair, Death in Venice. I'm not going to reread it, but actually this is short stories as well, of Thomas Mann, but he's one of my favourite authors, so he is going to go in my box of special books, which I'm taking home to Wales, and I'm keeping them in case I ever need to teach creative writing again, or just write anything in which I can draw on my favourite texts. Primo Levi, is that how you say it? Amazing book. Maybe I'll read it. Again, I mean, if this is a man and the truth. So, but will I? Probably not. Thomas Mann, other short stories. Will I read it? Probably not. You can see why I put this shelf up. I think I explained before. It was to camouflage this horrible, it looks like an alarm or a bell, I don't know what it is. It's this round circular metal thing. And the horrible, now my fairy lights are going to fall down. My horrible, well, first of all, is that an electricity meter, that thing with the switch? I don't know. But there's also electric cables encased in plastic, like tubing, boxing. It's so ugly. So the books are pretty. Books, for one, are multicoloured. They're good decoration. And so, and also I have a surplus of them, so it was to cover the ugliness. Wool Gathering Patti Smith, no. Catherine Angel Unmastered, that really irritated me for the most part. I'm not going to read it again. Heart of the Matter, Graham Greene, The Art of Thinking Clearly, no. Confederacy of Dunces. Actually, I think as I'm doing this, I remember I went through these books on video before. Updike, Auburn, St. Auburn, Alison Louis, Confederacy of Dunces. All good books, but I'm not going to be reading them again. Dante the Divine Comedy, Modern Monologues for Women, Borges. DeLillo, Proust, Dennis Johnson, Jesus' Son. That has to go in one of my, as one of my favourite writers. So, John Updike, Nathaniel Hawthorne, Virginia Woolf, Bruce Chapman, The Songlines, and The Butcher Boy. I did have The Songlines and The Butcher Boy in with my favourite books, so I put them back in there. Then we've got Caesar Pavese. I don't know how to say that among women. I feel like quite hard going actually. I'm not going to go back to that. Now we've got Lawrence Durrell, Alexandria Quartet. That's a monster, and probably a masterpiece. I don't know. I didn't persevere long enough to find out. Mallarmé, God, read that if you want to jump out of a window. Just because it's so ungraspable, but it's kind of brilliant, I guess, in a way. Ulysses, I'm not going to read that again. Lawrence Sterne, Tristram Shandy. I never reached the end of that because in Oxford there are so many books to read every term. When one is a monster and you have to do a book a week. I managed to get through a third of this, and I really loved it. But I probably won't be reading it. I probably won't be finishing it. The Grapes of Wrath. Yeah, that's one of my favourite books. Now we're getting into you can't really see. You see on this shelf here, these were my favourite books again. And I've just taken down the form pile in which there was Ulysses, the Alexandria Quartet, Lawrence Sterne. I'm not including poetry in all of this, it's just prose. So they will have to stay in the masterpiece section. And now we're on to, hang on, and Gilead was in a form as well. Then we have autofiction, in which I've got a portrait of the artist as a young man. I've got Summertime by J.M. Coetzee and two of Rachel Cusk's, Outline and Transit. Although they could also easily fit into the form category. I've also got Tolstoy, The Death of Ivan Ilyich and Other Stories. I'm not sure what category I put it in. But it's in with the classic novels. Now we've got perfect novels. Sorry, classic fiction because it's short stories. Now we've got perfect novels. Oh, there goes a novella. And in these, I've put The English Patient, though this could just as well be form, To the Lighthouse, Lolita, Blood Meridian, Disgrace, Life and Times of Michael Kay, Remains of the Day, and The Line of Beauty by Alan Hollinghurst. And then, I get a squirrel. It's going to have to be packed away. Oh, A Handful of Dust, another perfect novel. Mrs. Dalloway. That could be in form as well. Lord of the Flies, The Rainbow. And now we're on to novellas, I think. And in novellas I've included short stories, because I didn't have enough shelf to have another set category. Dubliners, Wild Sargasso Sea, Boots by Bruce Chatwin, in which the form perfectly mirrors the subject matter. An Imaginary Life by David Malouf, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. Dennis Johnson, Train Dreams, Joseph Conrad, Heart of Darkness, The Turn of the Screw by Henry James, and my favourite novella, and possibly even novel and work of fiction, The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. So, my shelf looks really bare and ugly again now. And you can see the electricity cable and everything. And my fairy lights now come down. while we're at it, I may as well. No, first of all, I'll pack these books away, and then I'll come back and go through the kitchen. I also emptied the little crate in the bathroom by the toilet, which I used as a sort of bookcase, and I just go through the books that I had in that. I'm going to the new place of those books. I'm going to take Colourless Tsukuru Tazaki, because I've only read a bit of it. I really enjoyed it. Very mysterious and light and easy to read. But my mum read it and she said it was a disappointing ending. So he kind of created a lot of suspense and anticipation and intrigue, but he didn't really deliver the goods at the end. But anyway, I still want to finish it. Nature Cure by Richard Mabey, because I have never read that. And then there's quite a few of these little penguin, I'm not sure what they are, what the range is called, but Why I Write by George Orwell. None of these I've read. I bought them when I worked in the bookshop. I used to spend so much of my meagre wages on books in the bookshop, which suggests that if you're surrounded by something, you want it. I disagree with the assumption that absence makes the heart fonder, and that people, I think it's been actually proven that if something is constantly in your awareness, you develop a desire for it. At least I think it's true a lot of the time. And although that doesn't really work because chefs probably don't want to eat all the time, but maybe they do. In any case, I spent so much of my money, more than I could afford, on books. I've also got Dostoevsky, The Inquisitor Doesn't Believe in God. That's his whole secret of the Grand Inquisitor. I've got Virginia Woolf, A Room of One's Own. I read this at Oxford, but I can't remember it. And I really love this little, the little cover. It's like an embossed window and curtains. And I managed finally, after all my years of wandering, to have a room of my own. This is it. And I bought it with my own money, every single brick. And now I'm giving it up because I'm not going to write anymore, which is what I want. Maybe I should read this while I'm still here. But then I got Fear and Trembling by Kierkegaard. I've never really totally got to grips with Kierkegaard. But I think I would feel quite a bit of affinity to him from what I know of him, so I'm going to try and read the primary text a bit, and then The Sickness Unto Death, also Kierkegaard. I've got Duende, I don't know how to pronounce that. It's about flamenco, about a man, it's not fiction, a man's experience of trying to learn flamenco, and I really love flamenco and Spanish culture, but I haven't finished it, so I'm going to go back to that. Natural Desire in Healthy Women, which was the funniest book I've read for years, I'd say. It was an absolute delight. It's by Gary Dexter, who I haven't heard of before, but I'm only halfway through it, so I'm definitely going to finish that. Guy de Maupassant, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce lots of things. Femme Fatale, these were 80p in the bookshop, and A Pair of Silk Stockings by Kate Shilton. I'm going to finish those. I've got another Knausgaard. I've decided to take Knausgaard to a new flat. And then those are the only books I'm taking to the new place, and these are all going into storage. The Confidence Man, biography of Elizabeth Taylor, Sutri by Cormac McCarthy, which I began, and I can see it's probably a work of genius, but it's, if possible, even denser than Ulysses, so I'm not in the mood to tackle it again. How Not to Write a Novel. A cheap but really good little book I bought. I think it was on Amazon when I was writing my novels. The Life of Oscar Wilde, The Waves by Virginia Woolf, Things I Don't Want to Know by Deborah Levi. This really annoyed me. I've scrolled all over this. Maybe one day I should go through the books that really annoyed me, because I really take them to pieces. But what's the point in that? There's no point in negativity, so I'm just going to focus on I'm just going to focus on things I love in these videos. Overcoming addictions. I'm going to keep this book because I have a tendency to extremes and addictive behaviour. Monique Rofi, With the Kisses of His Mouth. I began this. It's not my cup of tea. AA Mom, it's a book called Not That It Matters by AA Mom, which is writings for adults. Something in here about a goldfish. Oh yes, just called Goldfish. And I think I bought it because I love Winnie the Pooh, but I haven't read anything else about it. The goldfish section begins goldfish. Let us talk about, well, anything if you will. Goldfish, for instance. It reminds me a bit of Pond. That brilliant but very unusual recent debut by Claire Louise Bennett. Goldfish is single because she talks about anything as brilliant writers can, and endows it with as much meaning as so-called deeper meaning of the subject. Anyway, I did find this a bit boring actually. Henry Miller, The World of Sex. Some very interesting insights here, which I incorporated in some of them into a short article I wrote about sex for Boundless, a new online wiki magazine, and some I've got quotations have gone towards the gift of sex. Slaughterhouse 5, a really very good novel. More C.S. Lewis, more Proust. Tim Parks, he's an excellent writer. I haven't read this, Streams of Rivers and Seas. I think I began it, but I got through. What did it say? Just days after controversial anthropologist Albert James writes these. For some time now I've been plagued, perhaps blessed by dreams of rivers and seas, dreams of water. Just days after controversial anthropologist Albert James writes these elusive lines to his son John, who is dead. Abandoning his girlfriend in London, John flies to Delhi to join his mother in mourning, but the nature of his father's research and the circumstances of his death are far from clear. And on top of this, John must confront his mother Queen's and the strangeness of the cremation ceremony which was organised for his father. No sooner is the body consigned to the flames than the journalist arrives, determined to write a biography of the dead man, and though his mother will have nothing to do with the project, she cannot keep away from the dreams. I don't know. I bought it because I read a book Tim Potts wrote about meditation called Teach Us to Sit Still. It resonated so much with my own experiences in life that and also I've read some of his fiction like that, but I bought this book. The premise doesn't really appeal enough. Troll, B.S. Johnson, another unique writer. I read about 2/3 of this. It's pretty depressing, also quite thought-provoking, and I mean the atmosphere is depressing. I'm probably not going to finish it at this point. And Temperature, Blood River. I've never even begun this book. My agent suggested I read this when I was thinking of writing a travel book. I was thinking of trying some travel writing. Most of the time I find travel writing really boring. Yeah. Anyway, I haven't read this, so I don't know if I would like it or not, but I'm not going to. So these are going into storage, and these are going to the new flat. Now I'm just going to box them, and then I'll come back.